So I've recently spoken on the Holy Spirit, and there's just things that I guess I did not add in there. But when someone is being led of the Holy Spirit, okay, so let's talk about like the gifts of wisdom and the gifts of understanding. Okay, sometimes those are not things that are going to be obvious to another person as working through them, right? So sometimes God gives or the Holy Spirit gives a person a word to speak to another person, and then it becomes obvious that the Holy Spirit is working through them. But I remember one time, the Holy Spirit had told me to make this blanket for my son's teacher. I crochet, and he had specifically told me to make this blanket for his teacher, and it was going to be blue and green with yellow sunflowers. And so I was a substitute at his school at that time, and I was sitting in the break room waiting for school to be over because my duties were done. And I was just going to wait for my son to get out of school. And I was working on the blanket in the break room. Well, I hear the Holy Spirit tell me, Miss Castle's coming. And I blew past it. I wasn't really recognizing it as him. Once again, Miss Castle's coming. And once again, just kind of doing my own thing, not really recognizing it, right? And then finally, it was the third time, Miss Castle is coming. And he took my foot, the Holy Spirit took my foot and kicked the blanket under the table. And then she comes walking through the door right after. So we see that in Acts, when Philip, the Holy Spirit tells Philip to go to this place. And then after he preaches and evangelizes to this man, he is taken away in the Spirit to a new place, right? So the Holy Spirit should have control over our bodies, you guys. And that's not my only testimony. So I'll be sharing another one next. But that was God teaching me the difference between the gift of wisdom and the gift of knowledge, because I had heard a teaching on it that wasn't entirely correct. And in that moment, God was working that teaching through me and showing me what was right and what was wrong. The Holy Spirit was giving me these gifts and working through me and, showing me what was right and wrong, and then also helping, my gift not to be exposed, because it was supposed to be an end of the year gift for her.